Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. We've got obviously yet another installment of Chelsea news lined up for you guys. And as you can see, first up, ladies and gentlemen, Romeo Lavia was involved in training today, which is fantastic news for us. Look, it is a fantastic news, but it's so difficult to be upbeat about Chelsea at the moment off the back of that loss against Newcastle. It still hurts. It still hurts. And the fact that you don't have any midweek game and you're, consistently finding yourselves watching other football clubs. Like, for example, I was watching Galatasaray yesterday. I was watching Brighton this morning. We're not in Europe, so you got to find other ways to entertain yourself. It makes it difficult for, Chelsea and Chelsea fans to, I guess, move on. And this is why when you lose in the weekend, it's a long wait until the next match comes around. And look, I'm very, very excited to see Romeo Lavia back. I think we need something different in our midfield. We need a particular midfielder that's going to be robust and crash into the box, help with scoring goals, help with assisting as well. I mean, look, a lot of people will say, okay, well, the straight cut replacement is probably Conor Gallagher. But at the moment, it's very difficult to justify how you drop Conor Gallagher. Because he's probably been the one that's been performing better than the other two, Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. And taking nothing away from Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, in the long run, you probably will put your money on those two banging. Do you know what I mean? Like you put your money for those two to click and become an absolute monster of a combination. But in recent times, we've also seen Conor Gallagher produce assists. He hasn't scored yet. I guess that's been the downfall. But, we're expecting so much. We're expecting so much from a particular player that I, not that long ago, didn't think was capable of being a Chelsea player in the long run. Right now, he's definitely proving some of us wrong, definitely proved me wrong to a certain degree. But let's see what happens. Obviously, he had a poor performance against Newcastle, but so did so many. I can't sit here and just, pin him down and just go after him. But look, Romeo Lavia is someone, Pochettino will have to find a way to incorporate him into the team. I've seen him play for Southampton. I've seen him play against us last season, where he was very, very good, very strong, and he can definitely score goals. The issue always has been with Romeo Lavia is fitness. Last season, he was out for a while for Southampton due to injuries, and this season already missed a lot of football for us. And he's cost a bit of money. Look, I don't know. At the moment, it's, as I said, so difficult to be happy about anything that Chelsea does. But hopefully we can change that with the upcoming fixture coming up against Brighton, and we can start building some momentum. I don't think Romeo Lavia is going to be featuring in a match anytime soon. He is back into training. I've seen some pictures that's been circulating around, which is great news. Whether he gets some minutes off the bench in about a couple of weeks' time, we'll see. But I don't see him getting involved against Brighton at all. I don't think he's that far ahead in his match sharpness as yet. But this is good news. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section, what do you do with Romeo Lavia? Not that long ago, obviously now the conversation will be very easily, everyone's going to dispatch of Conor Gallagher because of the match against Newcastle. Not that long ago, so many were going against me and saying, Miz, you're advocating for Romeo Lavia to come back into midfield. If anything, Conor Gallagher stays. So I want those people to comment and let me know what's going to happen now. Is Romeo Lavia going to seamlessly come into the squad? Is he going to start? What's the expectation? Or do you think Conor Gallagher sticks around? Or is it going to be the other two that's going to get dispatched? Let me know in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, I wanted to touch base with this particular tweet that's coming from Max. It goes something like this. Chelsea scouts and data analysts who work with Joe Shields, Winstanley and Stewart have conducted that Broja and Madueke are in the elite talent bracket based on a variety of metrics and research. There is a level of disappointment, particularly with Madueke's playing time. So look, once again, data seems to be the driving force We are a football club that is data driven decisions. That's what we are doing at the moment. Look, there are certain things in life I don't need data. I really don't need data. You can sit there, look at all the stats, and say that they're in the elite bracket. But the fact of the matter is, these two particular players have not played enough for Chelsea Football Club. That's the fact. And you have to ask the question, why haven't you been playing enough for Chelsea Football Club? Now, for Armando Broja, you can definitely say that he's been injured. Yeah, he's been injured. And since he's come back from injury, he's picked up a few knocks here and there again, and it's kind of halted his progression. The one time he started this season against Fulham, he actually scored a goal. And then he came off the bench against Manchester City, won us the penalty. So there could be an argument now that should Armando Broja be seeing more minutes ahead of Nicholas Jackson, who's been underwhelming to a certain degree. Although he's been scoring goals, his overall has been underwhelming. So there is a question mark in that regards. I do believe in Armando Broja a lot. Can he one day become an elite player? I don't know. Is he in an elite bracket at the moment in terms of stats? Perhaps. But, just simply following stats and just simply, looking at the underlying metrics, that's not the way to make a decision, man. You got to see what's happening in the training ground. If players like Armando Broja and Madueke, I want to talk about Madueke now. Madueke, it's not been the same, though. Yeah, Armando Broja has been away because of long-term injury. Madueke is a unique case. He's picked up some knocks here and there, of course, but there's something else that's going on. Madueke, for some reason, just simply does not get an opportunity to come back in, and we have to understand he must not be doing something in training. If he's that elite, if he's in this elite bracket, as they say he is, along with Armando Broja, why aren't you breaking in, my man? Why aren't you breaking into the Chelsea team, which has been underwhelming anyway? Why is it so difficult for Madueke to break into a team that's not been performing well? So this is why I say about this stats, these data stuff. Watch the match, watch the training ground, how intense they've been training, how well they've been training. What about their mentality? What about their personality? Madueke recently got done because he went out partying when he was sick, missed out on a Chelsea match because of illness or something or other, and then he goes out on partying, which then ended up costing him a match. Pochettino, made sure that he was away from the squad for 1 week. So, yeah. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about all of this data-driven decisions. But at the same time, it's not like Chelsea manager Pochettino is really following the data at the moment as well. He's not really following it. These two players don't really feature for Chelsea Football Club. So let me know your thoughts in regards to data-driven decisions. Now, we want to talk about Brighton. First of all, congratulations to Brighton. Wow, it's 3-3 now. It's 3-3. So Brighton has found itself back on top. For a moment, Marseille was actually on top, courtesy of Aubameyang's bicycle kick. Incredible goal. But looks like Ajax has pulled it back and made it 3-3, and it's actually finished now. So Brighton has finished on top after 5 matches. There is one more match left between Brighton versus Marseille on the final fixture. Congratulations to Brighton for making it into the next round of Europa League and coming first. After 5 matches, there's still one more match to go. This is off the back of them losing to AK Athens the first game week and being 2-0 down, if you guys remember, to Marseille in the second match week. And then they found themselves clawing back from that 2-0 down to Marseille to make it 2-2 in the second half. And then double victories against Ajax, home and away, and a victory against AK Athens. So as much as I show a lot of animosity and disrespect at times to Brighton, I've always said, I admire the way they play football. I really do. I admire the way they run their football club. Funny thing is, it's like Chelsea Football Club wants to run their club like Brighton, young players, develop them, cash them for money. We seem to be following the Brighton model, but we're nowhere near playing the way Brighton plays. Look, I've watched the match against AK Athens this morning, and I have to say, Brighton didn't play well. They were just resolute as much as they could be. They could have actually gone behind. AK Athens just couldn't finish. But at the same time, Brighton had their chances as well. Fair amount of chances. And Brighton always will. This is the thing. We've got Brighton coming up next. Obviously, they're going to be on a high, knowing that they've made it into the second round of the Europa League, which is a big deal for them. Let's be honest, it's a big deal. The thing about Brighton is they will create chances because they're just such a fantastic footballing team. They play good football, but they will give you chances as well. They play this very open style of football where they depend on 1v1 situation, so that you know Chelsea Football Club will definitely get opportunities. Can we take the opportunities and finish them off? We've seen previously some teams at times can take Brighton apart, can get 4 goals, 5 goals, 6 goals. Can we do that? So important that we do that, ladies and gentlemen. It's so important we get this victory against Brighton in the upcoming fixture at Stamford Bridge. You best believe if we don't win this, how many times are we all going to keep saying, right? If we don't win this, and so many times we don't win this, and it's sad. But I think it's going to be very, very devastating if we don't win this against Brighton. Check this out: Brighton could be without 11 players for their trip to Chelsea this weekend after Roberto De Zerbi ruled out both Ansu Fati and Tarek Lamptey for a long time. They still have Enciso not available. I think Stupinian is also not available, and a few other key players not available. But don't kid yourself, don't fool yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Brighton, it don't matter who's out. Their brand of football, their philosophy is so ingrained in their DNA. They can just literally take someone out and put someone into that system, and it is absolutely seamless. That's how it looked like against AEK Athens as well. They had a lot of players missing, but it's no different. It's still the same Brighton. So this match coming up, I'm not looking at how many players they've got injured, because it really doesn't bother them one bit. It absolutely does not bother them one bit. And this is the level of standard in terms of, when players are injured, it doesn't look different. That's where I want Chelsea Football Club to go one day. Because there's too much excuses about, well, Nkunku's injured, so we're not looking good. We have to find a way where the system, the philosophy, is the main factor, and the individuals are complementary to the system. You'll never see Brighton, being bogged down because some of their key players are gone, because the system dominates, the system dictates terms. So we have to get to that. I just wanted to showcase to you guys how they set up against AK Athens. They still got a lot of good players. Look, João Pedro, very good player. Evan Ferguson missed a very good chance as well. Mitoma is back. Adingra, Billy Gilmore, Pascal Grosso, underrated. Lewis Dunk, Igor was playing very good from defense, man. Veltman, Hinchelwood, they've got a lot of good players. And then from the bench, they can still rely on Daoud, Milner, Baleba. I don't know who that doofus guy is. Yeah, I've got no idea. Maybe another superstar that Brighton is building. I want to have a look at some of the stats. Here we go. 44% of the ball. So Brighton really didn't see too much of the ball. 9 shots. As you can see, they actually got dominated. 19 shots from AK Athens, obviously at home. And Brighton, they played it smartly. They just 2 big chances created. They just wanted to ensure that they get the victory, and which they ended up getting. As I said, they had enough chances to score and win the match as well. So look, it's not going to be an easy match coming up, and I'm not one bit, I'm not one bit getting too hyped up about the amount of injuries that Brighton has, because honestly, it doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't mean anything. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel about that clash coming up against Brighton as well in the comment section. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. We will be back with live stream tomorrow morning UK time, roughly around 9:30, 10 a.m. UK. So do look out for that. Last couple of days, we haven't been able to do any live stream because it just hasn't been too much news. So we will be back talking about the upcoming fixture against Brighton and how, I suppose, the future looks for Chelsea Football Club. Until next time, everyone, take care and see ya.